All right. In this section, we're being introduced to vector-valued functions. And our goal here is, our primary goal is to see that the concepts we learned in Calculus 1, limit, and even in algebra, domain, they still apply to vector-valued functions. So we'll look at two questions here. The first one is to find the limit as t goes to pi halves for this expression here. So in the first term, we have cosine of 2t. Well, 2 times pi halves is pi, and cosine of pi is -1. So for our first component, the limit is -1. We plug pi halves into t for the second expression. Well, sine of pi halves is 1 times the -4 coefficient. So its limit is -4. And then finally, plugging pi halves into 2 times t. Well, we found out earlier that that is just pi, and then pi divided by pi is 1. And so we can just take our limit of each component one at a time. In our second question, we're looking for the domain of this vector. And let's start by looking at each component's domain and then combining that. So in the first, in the I component, we see the denominator is t minus 1. So we can't have t be equal to 1. That would be undefined. Likewise, in the j component, t cannot be equal to -2. Well, then the domain of the vector is the union, the combination of these. And if we write that in interval notation, any number from -infinity to -2 will work, along with any number between -2 and 1, along with any number greater than 1. And we have the domain of our vector here. All right, I'll look for any questions that you might have in the discussion board.